So we are at the top of a new year. And what does that mean? It means there's so much noise out there right now. There's so much noise in your inbox. There's so much noise in all of the shoulds that you're giving yourself. So in this video, I want to ask you one question that will determine how to have an amazing year ahead. Let's get into it. Stop burning out and start burning bright. Hey, I'm Tina, and I'm the creator of the Glow With Your Flow program, helping women just like you find peace and balance in their days. So before we get started, I want to remind you to click subscribe and hit that bell so that you don't miss anything that I have to offer. So what does this mean? We are at the top of the new year. You've got all this noise going on. How are you supposed to sort out what you want for the year? You're going to have so many shoulds coming up, right? So you're going to see all the latest trends that are telling you how you should show up. They're going to tell you what you should be eating, how you should be exercising. You're going to have all these apps, all of these programs, so many things, right? So many good things available. But how do you sort it out? There's so much noise, right? So I want to share with you the question that I think is going to make all the difference in your planning for the year. The question, are you burning bright or are you burning out? So what do I mean? That's another way to say that is, are you existing or are you thriving? It matters before you start to add some goals, because if you're not in a good place and you start to add all kinds of things onto your plate and expectations, before you've even laid a foundation of peace and balance, you're not going to sustain it, because you're going to just lose motivation and momentum and all of these things. So first, you need to ask yourself the question. So as you ask yourself the question, I want to give you some things to look at. So you can ask yourself the question, are you burning out or are you burning bright? But here are some signs to help you find the answer. So let's go through a list here. So some signs that you are just existing right now are that you make decisions that keep you small and safe, right? You're not taking risks. You're not getting out of your comfort zone. You're not exploring what life has to offer. You're just staying safe, right? Maybe there's plenty of reasons for you doing that, but it's important to be aware that that's what you're doing, right? The next is that you don't try new things for the same reason, right? You want to stay safe. And so you're just limiting what you're going to be into, or what you're going to, the ways that you're going to put yourself out there. You're not trying new things. You react rather than respond. So when you face a situation or an interaction, are you reacting in fight, flight, freeze, fawn, right? Are you having one of those, stress reactions, right? Where you have to protect yourself? Or are you mindfully responding, right? So if you're reacting, you're just existing. When you make a mistake, do you look at it as failure rather than feedback? So we're all on this journey of life, right? Working towards growth and refinement. So failure is bound to happen. But if you're just existing, you are seeing every failure as a stop sign, telling you to, oh, this isn't for you. This is the end of the line on whatever you just did, right? That you failed at. So you can't hear your inner voice. And what others say about you, or say and think about you, is what you believe to be true. You take on their perspectives as truth of you. That's a really good indication that you're kind of just existing. Here's a few more. You feel restricted rather than expansive. So when you wake up in the morning, are you feeling kind of like, oh, here we go again? Or are you feeling enthused and excited about what the day has to offer, right? Or when you go to make a decision, are you often feeling restrictive, or do you feel excited, right? Are you feeling, motivated or inspired, I should say, by the possibilities, the limitless possibilities that life has to offer? Or are you feeling like you're in a little box and this is just the way it is, right? Existing versus thriving. Do you feel like slowing down is a waste of time? So if you are in always go, go, go mode or push, 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 and then someone were to suggest to you that you stop and take a breath, maybe stop and assess, reevaluate, take a step back, all of those things, do those feel like a waste of time? Does sitting and breathing for 60 seconds in silence feel like a waste of time? Does meditation feel like a waste of time? Does being introspective, journaling, any of those things, right? Slowing down, taking a little time for self-care, right? If that feels like a waste of time, chances are you're just flying through life. Do you push and push through the week rather than being pulled by the flow, by the peace and the balance? So this is kind of the similar thing, right? If you're pushing, getting through, if you're dreading Monday and then you get through the week just so that you can get through the weekend so that you can catch up and rest finally, and then dread Sunday night because that means Monday's coming. And, you're just pushing through the week rather than being pulled by being in the flow of your life, in that peace and balance of your life, right? And finally, another one to consider is, do you feel like your body isn't supporting you? So by nature, your body knows what to do, right? It knows how to take care of you. It knows how to pump blood, how to beat your heart, how to take in air, and how to exhale, and how to do all of the things that the cells know how to do. But if you feel like your body isn't supporting you because you've got low energy, poor digestion, lack of sleep, you're bloated, whatever it is, right? You've been stressed out. So do you feel like your body isn't supporting you? That's a really good indication that you are just running on autopilot, right? Existing. So now what do you do? So if you've noticed that you are actually thriving by answering all of these questions, you're thriving, you're feeling good about everything, then go ahead and take on big goals and, try new things and just do what you're doing, because obviously it's working, right? If you're in a position of thriving, just do more of what you're doing and do things that keep your vibe high or keep your health in check, and just keep doing that. But if you're not, what do? If you are feeling like you checked off the box to just existing, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get choosy. It's time to get choosy. And what I mean by that is, I want you to actually Marie Kondo your life. So when you're looking at the people that you're interacting with, the food that you're putting in your mouth, the ways that you're spending your time, I want you to look at everything and say, do I need this? This is something I actually need to do, to eat, to spend my time doing, do I love it? Does it bring me joy, right? And all we're doing when we're doing this is we're building awareness, right? We're building an awareness of what feels good for us. And what feels good for me might not feel good for you. What feels good for that latest trend, that celebrity, it's not necessarily for you. You've got to find out what feels good for you. And that all starts with awareness. So this year, as you're moving ahead and planning and trying to sort out how you're going to show up this year, maybe you're choosing your word, you're signing up for stuff, I want you to first sit, make the time to see what feels good, to do a little check-in, have some awareness, and ask yourself if you're just existing or if you're thriving. Are you burning out already, or are you burning bright? And that'll really give you like a set point as to what you want to take on or let go. You need to get choosy about what you take in through your 5 senses. So in Ayurveda, you learn that you don't only digest food, but you digest everything that you take in through your 5 senses. Your emotions, what you're seeing, what you're watching, what you're listening to, all of those things, get digested through you. You extract the nourishment from those experiences, and then you let go of what doesn't serve you. And when you don't digest it and let it go, then it builds up toxins within you, right? Just like food. So it's really important to have the steps to let things go, but to also just start with awareness about what you're taking in the first place. So that is my advice for you for how to start this new year. If you have any questions, please reach out. And of course, I will see you in the next video.